What's up, guys? I'm here with Grant, the co-founder of GeoTrek Vans. He's going to be showing us around their facility and showing us all of the manufacturing that they're doing for these epic sprinter van builds, the adventure vans and stuff that they have. And then you'll also be able to watch a separate video to see the van tours. But this here is essentially the behind the scenes, the how it's made, so that you can appreciate the work that goes behind this and so that they can show you all of the effort that goes into it, and the craftsmanship and the quality and all of that. So Grant, you want to just start off by introducing yourself?
Heck yeah. Stoked to have these guys in here. I think they're doing a lot of cool things for the van community, but it's been fun to connect with them. GeoTrek was built on the idea of just making van builds a lot more accessible for folks. So I think, we've all seen vans, camper vans with crazy high prices. While there's a lot of awesome bells and whistles and features and custom things that go on in this industry, we found a lot of people that were just looking for a super value packed functional build that didn't break the bank or just completely, go over budget. So what we started doing is building these modular layouts. So they're set in the layout, but we allow for options of different colors, different finishes. We have upgrades. You can do different power systems, different water systems, but it's all modular. And that allows us to build these really efficiently and cut down on that labor cost, which is one of the huge driving factors for price in this industry. And to do that, we can just carry over into our prices and allow for what I think is some of the most value-packed builds and vans in the industry. So this is our facility. We're here in Boulder, Colorado. We actually just moved to this spot. This place is 24,000 square feet. We used to be in 7,000 square feet, Fort Lupton, but this is a huge upgrade for us. It's only been about 3 months since we've been in here. And still kind of fine tuning some of the, where things go and the flow of vans and everything, but already getting really efficient in here and pumping out way more vans than our old facility.
That's awesome, man. So how did you get started in van building?
Yeah, right around COVID, a little bit after, so 2021-ish, Mark had a landscaping company. Funny enough, he and I had separate landscaping companies that competed in Ohio, but he had a van for landscaping that he ended up converting, kind of classic story, like threw some Home Depot cabinets in there and everything. And he ended up doing a road trip around the States and just loved the lifestyle. He ended up selling that and I think kind of accidentally making some money on it. And he was like, oh, this is a thing that, I'm super interested in and just made some money on. So yeah. Then I moved to Colorado. He went to CU Boulder, but it was already out here. And we just started cranking on vans together because I had heard about the van he had built and just found it super interesting. Yeah, right around 2021, we started building a van in Boulder, funny enough, in like a CU house parking lot.
Yeah.
I just have been doing it since.
That's amazing, man. And you guys have come a really long way. I mean, their factory, their whole, all the operation and stuff going on, it looks really cool even from the outside. I saw their lunchroom. Everything is very well thought out. They got, instead of regular chairs, they have like sprinter van chairs and stuff like that. It's incredible to see how far you guys have come in 3-4 short years, essentially.
Yeah. Yeah. Excited to show you. We've learned a ton over the years, both from our own trial and error, just building a lot of vans, and then also from the feedback of our customers. That's something that we hold to the highest standard of value, is just like the things we're hearing about our vans that are on the road. And we're always following up with people. What do you like? What would you change, if anything? And we just like try to keep that innovative culture and keep making that better and tacking more value into our product.
Absolutely. And so for some of the people who are watching, they may not know what modular van builds are. Do you want to just describe that a little bit?
Yeah. So the idea behind going modular or like layout or spec build is that we've kind of fine-tuned layouts or floor plans, particularly in the sprinters, that work super well, that, meet all the functionality, rather than just starting blank canvas and saying, hey, I want cabinet here, I want sink there. We've already done kind of a lot of that trial and error and found 2 particular layouts that fit a lot of use cases. So we just stick to those and we don't go ground up custom. And that's what allows us to stay super cost effective and price conscious.
Awesome. And so when you say modular, does that mean like stuff can also be removed and, replaced and stuff like that?
So to a degree, one thing that we really prioritize is we want your van to be upgradable at any point. So a lot of the upgrades that we offer kind of as an extension to the base layout are things that can be added at any point. So you want to bump up your power or even an AC unit, we're able to add later because we're going to pre-run that wire. We just find that a lot of times, like, you don't necessarily know exactly what you need. Yeah. So you know this because you've spent a ton of time in vans. You don't know exactly what you need until you've used the freaking thing for 3 months. So
Exactly.
that's something we understand, and we just try to build the kind of our offering around that.
Exactly, yeah. And also, like, as a beginner, it's like you haven't lived in a van before, right? And it's like you've lived in a house your whole life, and so you know what to expect. And even then, when you're buying a new house, you're still hiring a real estate agent, right? And that's something you've lived in your entire life, right? And so when you're coming into the van world, it's like something it's brand new, it's completely different. And so being able to essentially get like some sort of like expert help to kind of guide you and help you understand what you need and don't need is extremely, extremely important, because otherwise you will make a lot of mistakes. And one of those mistakes, and one of the most, I guess, like catastrophic one, is actually going with the wrong van builder, right? Because there's so much noise out there. There's so many different builders out there. There's so many different layouts, so many different YouTube videos, for example, right? And it's like, as a beginner, you have to go through all of that noise and really filter it out to really the less than 5% of information that's actually going to be relevant to you specifically, right? And so our goal here is to be able to help you guys and show you what, the certified builders like Grant and GeoTrek, you can essentially get a build that's going to be quality, it's going to be long lasting, it's going to be up to the safety standards that it needs to be. And so that way you're not 2, 3 months, 6 months, 2 years down the road, you're not running into so many issues, which a lot of people do, right? And I'm sure you've heard the stories as well. We talk about it all the time. Some people get like it smoking electrical systems because that wasn't done properly. Plumbing systems aren't done properly. The woodworking might not be done properly. We got like creaking in walls and stuff like that. And all of that essentially comes down to what we're seeing here, which is how the van is actually built and how the builders essentially go through the process of making sure everything is of the highest standard. Now, GeoTrek Vans, looked at a ton of their stuff. We're going to see a lot of it, some more. They're certified builders, and so they're building up to the higher quality standard. And like I said, we'll get to see some of that. Any other thoughts you'd add to that?
No, I'm about to show you. I think, you made a great point that there are a million different things you have to get right in a van build. And I think sometimes just flat out takes the experience or know how to be able to avoid this. Like you mentioned, things you wouldn't think about.
Yeah.
Floor squeaking, walls creaking, insulation being funky or getting moisture behind it. It's just something that we've learned with experience. And we did go through the RVIA certification process, which kind of checks all of that quality. But, there's a lot of, quite frankly, shortcuts that you could take if you wanted to, that would most folks that aren't industry pros wouldn't catch. Unfortunately, that happens.
But they will experience it once they start living,
We'll
right?
catch it once you have.
It's like when you're making an investment of this size, like you should not be taking it lightly, because not only is it an investment financially, it's also a lifestyle investment at a very crucial time when you're trying to experience, you're trying to live your dream lifestyle, you're trying to get out there, you're trying to travel. And it's like, what happens when you start running into these issues? All of a sudden, your dream, your adventure literally gets ruined. You have to sell the van and buy a new one, which happens very frequently, or your van is always in and out of service centers. So it's really important to, like I said, go with the right layout for yourself, and then also go with the right builder. But yeah, let's get into the tour.
Let's do it.
Whatever.
So as we come in the shop here, this is something we're super excited about in this new facility is our CNC zone over here. You see, we have like a double door here.
Yeah.
And sweet for kind of winter time. And then we have a loading dock right there. So we get these big shipments of our bamboo or our laminates. Those get dropped off right here. We've actually got a little crane right there that takes it up onto the pallet racking. And then Jeremy, who's in there, he's our lead designer. He makes all the little tweaks to the CAD models to, fit the sprinters and just keep optimizing our build. They'll slap one of those pieces of plywood onto the CNC, and then it perfectly cuts it out with the router. We bought that thing about a year and a half ago, and it has completely changed our business, completely changed our quality. It's just precision cut. It's driven by a robot. There's a lot of builders that use them. And I think for us, it just gives us that repeatability and the quality. That's the CNC area. That's where all the raw stuff gets cut.
Yeah.
Then it comes over here and we start assembling some of this cabinetry. So we have different components here. We're putting some drawers together right there. These are some upper cabinets, which is raw bamboo right now, but it'll soon get treated. And we'll put together a full kit for a van, most of which stays the same and allows for us to keep that systemized and efficient process. And then once those parts are all assembled, so your galley cabinet, your upper cabinets, sometimes rear cabinets, countertops, benches, those will go into the vans that are over here. So over here, we've got about 5 build bays where vans will just be in production, when the builders will take kind of the pre-assembled stuff and install.
Awesome. So you do all the woodworking, all of the pre-work, and then you just pick it up and put it into the van, essentially.
Exactly. Yeah, it makes it a lot more efficient when you can just systemize and have
Exactly.
a certain team doing certain tasks. But
Yeah, 100%. And you guys, clearly, you build only on the Sprinter van?
so we actually just rolled back out the Transit 148 and 170, funny enough. So about a year ago, we were doing all chassis.
Yeah.
So Transit, Sprinter, ProMaster, and we just decided, for one, about 75% of our sales were Sprinter 144.
Yeah.
We decided we just want to commit to systemizing and making this build the best possible.
Yeah.
Yeah. So from February of 24 until now, essentially, I've only been doing Sprinter 144s. But there's also a ton of people, I'm sure, as you know, that want the Transits.
Yeah.
And then also want the 170s. So we just brought this guy back in. This is our first one in a while, but we've probably built 20 or 30 of each Transit and 170 in the past.
People usually want the Transits because of cost, and then also there's more dealerships available across the states, right? That's probably what you guys notice as well.
People make the argument for like the serviceability as well. In my opinion, I think sometimes that's a little bit overplayed. It's a fair point. I think the Transit's a great chassis to build.
Oh yeah, 100%.
So we're excited to bring it back.
And even like when it comes to choosing the right chassis, right? Like everyone has their own needs, everyone has their own budget. You can actually use our tool Vandalizer to figure out which chassis is going to be the right one for you and your lifestyle based on your specific requirements, right? Not like generic advice that's out there on YouTube. It's like, what do you value? What do you need? And then here's the right chassis for you. And then on top of that, it'll also recommend the best van build for you. And maybe that'll end up being a GeoTrek van build, right? So, yeah. So do you guys just keep the van in one spot and like just build it completely, or do you?
One spot. So when it first gets here, so we're a dealership as well.
Yeah.
So we'll source vans, and you probably saw a bunch of vans out back there. All the empty vans will be pulled in there and then come into our phase 1 bay. So phase 1 is like window cutting, fan installs, AC installs, pre-wiring, insulation. We do like a lizard skin heat barrier. That all goes down over here. And basically that just preps like the skeleton for assembly of cabinets and everything. So by the time phase 1's done, we've got all the cabinets built up and ready, pulls into one of the build or phase 2 bays, and it's assembly from there.
And this van looks like it's completed almost.
Yeah, it's super close. So
It looks great.
yeah, it's man, I love the bamboo and,
Yeah.
and the Phoenix laminates. Really premium look.
100%.
It'll stay there until it goes through our full QC process, which is pretty extensive. We want to be sure that everything is 110% before the customer even drives off with it. So it stays in that bay, and they'll go through a couple pages of checklists just to be sure it's good. But this will probably be pulled out tomorrow. We can certainly take a look at it. So this is a new Sprinter that we sourced under the dealership. We both take new orders on vans, so you can build your own van with us, or we'll just build stuff to spec that we know people love, and it'll be available. So this is one of those that'll be available, probably listed sometime next week. Yeah, this is a Albatross layout. One of our 2 layouts. You have the Albatross and the Convoy. The Albatross is going to have your big galley on driver's side, and then the bed is north-south. So you sleep head at the back, feet at the front. It's super popular. We've sold tons of these, probably 100.
I love the color on this, and the feel is really nice too. It's like a
Sleek, huh?
like a matte finish almost.
Man, that laminate is really important. We have messed with all different laminates and materials and played with stuff over the years, and landed on this Phoenix, which is kind of expensive, but we think it's worth it because it's smudge proof. Like you can't fingerprint it.
Exactly.
Laminate, you can.
It feels really good.
Yeah,
It's really satisfying.
yeah, it's good stuff.
You got the natural wood smell in here almost.
Yeah, right. It smells new.
Yeah.
Because it is.
This is a super deep sink, by the way.
Yeah.
Which is, I think it's a must-have if you're cooking in the van.
Dude.
A lot of other van builds, or like even RVs, they have like a tiny little like airplane sink with the tiny little faucet. You try to wash your hands in there, it's splashing everywhere.
Yeah.
You can't cook like that, You can't even barely wash dishes.
Yeah, and honestly, that's just some customer feedback that we got early on.
Yeah.
It's like people really value the sink.
Yeah.
And I think a lot of times, like you said, RV companies, you pay 6 figures for an RV, and then you get this dinky little like bowl. So no, this is sweet for dishes. I've taken sink showers in there, friggin' up for that.
No, that's interesting. A sink shower.
Yeah. Quick, throw your head in there.
Yeah.
So this is Albatross. This is fairly base level. So I talked about like our upgrades that you can throw in here. This is fairly base. This is kind of a modular add-on. The stove, you can select different types. You can do an extra fan. But for the most part, this is included in our base build price, which is right at like $30,000. So you can either bring your van or you can just pick from our dealership's inventory.
Got it. And what's the starting price for a build like this?
So the Albatross layout starts at $29,750 for just the base. Now this has a couple of add-ons, like I said. So the extra fan, the cubby. So with this van, I mean, we're talking like 105, 106 for this whole thing. And
That's
it's
incredibly affordable.
yeah.
Yeah.
And it's a new all-wheel drive
And it's a Sprinter. 105, 106. That's impressive on a Sprinter. Super well done. And it has all of the things you need
Exactly.
inside of a van.
The cool thing about that, the modularity with the upgrades too, is like if you see this van and it's like, man, I love that. I love the green and bamboo, but I wish it had AC.
Yeah.
Still possible.
Yeah.
Something funny, you'll like this. We started running that AC wire up the wall.
Yeah.
No matter what, whether you mention it to me or not during the build process, it's just like, we want these things to be so upgradable.
Yeah.
And whether you want AC or not, if you give me a call in a year and say, yeah, hey, let's add it, we can still do it.
Exactly. Otherwise, you have to rip.
Otherwise, they got to reel it all out.
And that's more on labor, right? Like they're thinking about the longevity of everything, and it's not expensive to run a wire through there, right?
Yeah.
So that makes a lot of sense.
Before you spend another dollar on a van or another minute researching, you need to know this. What I'm about to share could save your van life dreams. There's just one hidden truth that decides if you'll get your dream van or one that'll leave you stuck in service centers instead of national parks. But most people miss it completely, like Kristen, who thought that spending more money would mean better quality and experience. You'd think that you get what you pay for, right? Not always. Her new $190,000 van from a professional builder had things falling apart right after pickup. So many problems with the build that she ended up selling it, completely ruining her summer trip. Melissa and David thought doing more research would help them find the best quality van manufacturer and dealership. But even after spending 2,000 hours researching, their electrical system started smoking, ruining their first trip. Because here's the secret most don't know. Out of the 550 plus van builders and manufacturers in America, only 65 are certified. But when you know this secret and choose a certified builder, you get what you've worked hard for. The freedom to explore America's most beautiful places whenever you want, without unnecessary stress or breakdown stealing your precious adventure time. At the Dream Van Workshop, I'm covering exactly how to find these certified builders, plus revealing my step-by-step Dream Van plan. Click the button below to claim your free ticket so you can avoid the costly van buying mistakes that so many make.